Can you guys believe that your boy has finally made his own fragrance? This is it right here. So in this video today, I'm going to talk to you guys about it, man. Let's go. Yes, people, what is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's TJ, and over here on my channel, I discuss all things fragrances and the fragrance industry. So if there's any content, anything at all that you'd like for me to post, let me know down in the comments. So what I just mentioned at the start of the video and the thumbnail is true, but it's not true at the same time. So one, I did make my own fragrance with a niche perfume house. But two, it is not for sale, so nobody can go out and buy it. So this was just a little activity that I managed to do, which I'll explain in a second. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the fragrance that I made, and hopefully it sounds good to you guys, and maybe I'll do some samples of it. And then I'm also going to speak about, will I or do I want to make my own fragrance or have my own fragrance house or fragrance line? I think we need to get into that a little bit, because loads of people have been commenting, DMing, asking me for ages, when are you going to make your own fragrance? When are you going to release something? So I think it should be a good topic to talk about. So let's talk about my fragrance that I made first. And what I'll do, I'll pin the video up here or here. I don't even know where it goes, but I actually went to Bologna with a Italian perfume house called Gritti. So if you've seen the vlog, you'll already know, and you would have already seen me speak about this one a little bit. But if you haven't, go and watch that video, and then you can come back and hear all about this. So the niche perfume house is Gritti. So they are actually available in the UK now, exclusive to Harvey Nichols. And they have fragrances like Mango Oud, Pomelo Sorrento, Muscaria, Vanilla Tanner. They have a few bangers in there. Obviously, they're not cheap. It's a niche house, but they have some good quality fragrances. So let me show you what I've made. Bang. I hate that the lid's a little bit off, but we have made this one here. It doesn't have a name. It's actually got my name on it, but just look at that juice color on the bottle, man. It's crazy. So the owner of the house is called Luca Gritti, and essentially, when we went down, it was a brand trip with Gritti. So we went to go in, we got to see their facilities, their production center, their HQ. We got to speak to all of the staff. We had dinner with Luca himself, where he explained to us about all the fragrances, the inspirations behind them. And then on the second day, we got to go to the facility again and meet with him and his assistant perfumer. And we actually had a chance to make our own fragrance. So how it kind of worked is they had a few base notes for us to pick from. So if you wanted something fresh, musky, woody, or ambery, you could pick from one of those. So obviously you can tell from the color of this juice that I went for the woody, ambery, fougere kind of base. And then after that, that's all we had to actually select from, the pre-mix. And then we could smell all of the individual accords and everything, and then basically construct our own scent. So that's what we've done. And while I'm talking, I'm just going to spray this on myself so I can give you an accurate little description of it. So I was smelling a few fragrances. You guys know me, I love my boozy scent, so I wanted to add in a boozy accord. So what I did, as we've already got the ambery vanilla base, I wanted something boozy. So they had a rum accord in, and I was like, yeah, boy, I'm having a bit of that, I can't lie. After I put the rum in there, I was like, okay, the fragrance is woody, but it's not like sweet enough to my liking. So I was like, you know what, let's go and add in some tonka bean. So we put some tonka bean in the base, sweetened up the fragrance a little bit. Then I was like, it's nice, but it's like a lot of other fragrances in my collection, the boozy, sweet fragrances. I was like, I want it a little bit different, because if people smell it, I want them to know it's what I like, but with my own little twist on it. So after that, I was like, come on. One of my favorite fragrances from these guys, and what they do amazing, is the mango accord. Literally just saw it right there. I was like, boom, I'm having a bit of that. So I did that in to give it a sweet, fruity booziness. And I know when people do like the oud fragrances, they always add a fruit in, but it's like passion fruit, it's raspberry. No one, not that I know of, has done like mango. I think God of Fire says mango and it's a boozy note, but you don't really get the boozy note, whereas in here, you do. And that's not me saying that my fragrance is better than God of Fire, by the way. And then after that, I let a few people smell it, and everyone was like, yeah, aye, this actually smells nice, like, smells really good. But I wasn't really satisfied with it. I was like, it needs something a little bit more. So I was smelling a bunch of accords. I'm like, oh, should I put in leather? Should I put in suede? Should I put in like musk or something? And I was like, you know what, I spotted Taif rose, smelt it. There's obviously loads of roses. There's Turkish, there's Bulgarian, but Taif is like a burgundy rose. It's dark, it's a little bit spicy. And straight away, as soon as I saw the Taif rose and I smelt it, put in, I think I've done like 10 drops, because how it works is you put in a few drops and then you smell it, and then if you want to put more, you put more. I put in about 7 or 8 drops, and I'm telling you, this made the magic formula, which I'm actually calling the sweet old fashioned. So essentially with this one, it's a really ambery fragrance. So imagine Grand Soir by MFK mixed with Mango Oud by Gritti, mixed with Radical Rose Extrait from Matière Première. Now, Grand Soir, Mango Oud, Radical Rose. If you have all of those three fragrances, spray them together and that will kind of give you an idea of what is in this juice. But I think this is excellent. And you know what? I've had it like 2 or 3 weeks now, and I obviously haven't sprayed that much, but I've left it and it just seems to be getting a little bit darker, like especially in the color. And in terms of the smell, it's a lot more dense, but they haven't said to us, oh, let it macerate, this and that. And I literally let my mum and my brother smell this maybe a few days ago. And what I should have done a blind smell test, because when they smelled it, I was like, oh, it's so good, like it's proper ambery, I love it. But obviously that's unbiased, because if I told them this was a flipping JPG, they would have been like, yeah, it's all right, I wouldn't buy it. So next time, or when I next go out, I'm going to do some blind fragrance tests. But anyway, that is enough of that. So let's actually move on to the topic of the video. Do I want to, first of all, create my own fragrance brand? And what would I kind of do if I was to do it? So I was actually speaking to my boy the other day, a fellow fragrance influencer. I won't name his name, but he was saying to me, bro, when are you going to release your thing? Everyone's releasing it. Someone just hits 10K, they're dropping a fragrance. Someone hits 50K, they're releasing a whole line. When are you going to do yours? And I'm like, getting into it, I was just happy to be a content creator. I was happy posting content. It was something I enjoyed. I was passionate about it. And I didn't know too much about how to produce a fragrance, what you actually do and whatnot. So it's never been a thought on my mind. And he's like, bruh, the analogy he used, like word for word, was if you don't make your own fragrance, it's like you playing in the Premier League your whole life, but you never play Champions League football. And that is hella funny. Like, so even when we're speaking, I had thoughts of maybe doing it or potentially doing it. And I would say my boy Ragnar, he has his own line. He's got Legion Parfums. He's released maybe 7 or 8 fragrances. He's now stocked them in Beauty Base, and I'm sure they'll be in Superdrug boots and whatnot very soon as well. So seeing what he's done in terms of being a content creator, doing what he's passionate about, and then releasing his own line of fragrances, and essentially worldwide now, because he stocks in the US, stocks in Dubai, stocks in the UK, and he'll be going to Europe as well soon, probably Australia as well. So that is very inspirational to me. And if you haven't seen or smelled his fragrances, make sure you check them out first and foremost. What he does, and when I'm thinking about it, this is not what I would want to do. And this is not knocking him. This is what works for him, and this is what he wants to do. And that's where his passion lies. He recreates fragrances. He's made Vanilla Diorama. He's made God of Fire. He's made Hibiscus Mahajad, which is amazing. He's made Suspiro Maraschino. And he also made probably one of the best dupes of Clive Christian's Blonde Amber called Maximus. And when I'm thinking about, is this something I want to do? I do want to potentially make my own fragrance in the future. And there's different ways to go about it, but I wouldn't want to release dupes or clones or inspired by fragrances, in my personal opinion. So I know there's a few ways you can do it. I've been hit up multiple times. I won't mention any companies, but you can do a collaboration with a brand and make your own fragrance. So you could do it with a designer house, but it's probably going to be more accessible with a niche house. You could also do a collaboration in terms of an Arabian brand and put your name on the bottle, similar to what Cal Cologne done with his Calfetti and stuff. So there's many ways you can do it, but the more I'm thinking about it, I would just want to have my own brand where I'm in control of everything and actually release an original perfume, which is of course going to take longer than recreating a dupe or an inspired by fragrance, because the formula, the juice is there. But how I would want to go about things is a little bit different. I actually want to have full freedom and creative control in the scent that gets released. I want to work with the perfume house. And when I say perfume house, I don't mean like Matière Première, Gritti. I mean like the perfume houses that actually produce or have the perfumers and make the oils. So Givaudan, IFF, you got Firmenich, you got all of these different houses, CPL Aromas. I would want to work directly with them, the perfumers that they've got, maybe Christian Provenzano, Jordi Fernandez, Quinton Bish, like these big names who have skin in the game and have a reputation. Because it's different from saying, yeah, I've just released my own fragrance, or saying, yeah, like the perfumer behind my fragrance is Jordi Fernandez. Bro, how flipping mad would that be? And it sounds crazy to say, but I know 100% it's possible. So the answer to you guys' question, do I want to release my own fragrance or fragrances in the future? Yeah, I do. Is there any rush to do it? No, because this isn't a money grab, or this isn't something I just want to do quickly. This might take a couple years to release, but the position I'm in and where I want to go, I want to be in this fragrance game for a long time. So there's no rush at all. And I've been doing fragrance content coming up to 3 years now. So there's no rush. Trust me, I'm here for the long run. Hopefully, like if everything goes well, touch wood, pause. But yeah, that's the way I'd want to go about it. Release my own original creation where I can choose the bottle design, choose the cap, the atomizer, the juice, like the marketing behind it. I know it's going to be a lot of work, so that's why I'm not going to say, yeah, I want to do it. Something's going to be out in 6 months, because I'm 100% sure it's not going to be. But yeah, I thought it was just a good video to come on talk about today because I do get loads of DMs about it, and bare people always say, oh yeah, bare people DM me and say, when are you gonna do this? And it's cap. I actually get hella DMs. Whenever I like post Ragnar stuff, someone's like, bro, when are you coming out of yours? Or when I post Cal Colognes or Aromatics, they're like, bro, all of these are doing it. Like, when's it your turn? But we're not competing with anyone. We run our own race. We don't watch what other people are doing. We support what they're doing, clap for them. And I'm on my own journey, man. Everyone's journey is different. So hopefully in the future, you guys can have something tangible from me to purchase and enjoy and go through your life through special occasions, rocking the scent that I've been proud to release. But yeah, nothing's coming out soon. Don't worry. But yeah, man, I think I've been waffling for long enough. That is the answer to your question. I hope it makes sense, and I will catch you in the next one. Love for the love.